celebrate not only what our graduates have accomplished, but what they are about to build. Our theme this year is 30 years of brighter futures. This captures the spirit of what this moment represents, because that's what education has always been about, not just preparing for the future, but shaping it. Graduates, your time here at Community Care College, Clary Sage College, and Oklahoma Technical College has been more than theory, exams, and hands-on training. You have experienced growth, resilience, and transformation. You have developed the knowledge to solve complex problems, the courage to ask difficult questions, and the creativity to imagine something better. And now you are about to carry that light out into the world. Your professions will challenge you. You'll face a world that sometimes feels uncertain, but remember, brighter futures are not found, they are forged. They're built with integrity, compassion, innovation, and perseverance, all of which you have shown just by getting to this day. As we celebrate your accomplishments this evening, know that you do not walk alone. You carry the support of your families, your friends, the guidance of your instructors, the strength of your peers, and the pride of this entire community. So class of 2025, we are so proud to see you go forward with boldness and hope. And above all, go forward knowing that this future is not something you enter, but something you create. We are so proud of you, graduates. Let's get this celebration started. Before we begin, we want to pause to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered. We stand on the land of the native land of the Muskogee Creek Nation. We honor and pay our respects to the Muskogee people, their elders past and present, and to their ongoing connection to this land. The Muskogee Nation's history, resilience, and cultural contributions continue to shape our region and our collective story. As we celebrate this moment of achievement, we do so with humility and gratitude for their enduring presence. We also acknowledge that this acknowledgement is not a substitute for action. It is a commitment to learn, to listen, and to build relationships rooted in respect and justice. Let us carry that commitment with us as we honor the graduates of today and look toward the futures they will help create. As we open this commencement ceremony, we take a moment to uphold one of our core values here at Community Care College, to honor God. This evening, we give thanks for the gift of learning, for the freedom that makes educational opportunity possible, and for the unity we share as members of one nation. At this time, I invite you to please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please remain standing. Just one moment. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, which is performed this evening by Kayleen Greenwell. Kayleen is one of our graduating students from Community Care College here in the
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free?
Thank you so much, Haley, for sharing your tremendous talent with us this evening. Our invocation this evening will be offered by Heather Campbell. Heather graduated with her bachelor's in education from Florida Gulf Coast University and is currently pursuing a master's of divinity. She is dedicated to both learning and serving others. Her greatest joy comes from helping and supporting people in meaningful ways. Heather is a proud Air Force veteran where she served for 5 years as a cyber troop and 2 years as chaplain's assistant. She recently joined us at Community Higher Ed as our customer relations manager, serving all 3 campuses. She also is the founder and CEO of Mothers to Angels Ministries. MTA Ministries' mission is to provide women with the resources and opportunities to find hope and healing through community, counseling, and creative expression. Their vision is to see mothers renewed, filled with a new hope, embracing a new way to honor and love their children. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Heather Campbell to lead the invocation.
My goodness, I have to go after her. Golly, can we give it up for Kayleen again? Goodness gracious, Jesus is going to be like, bring her back. I don't want to hear her. But congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. And I am so thankful and just privileged and honored to be able to speak over you and to pray with you guys tonight. So if you would just pause for a moment of reflection, and for those of you who would like, please join me in prayer. Gracious Creator, today we gather in gratitude and celebration, grateful for the hard work, determination, and resilience that have brought each graduate to this day. We thank you for the gift of education, for the instructors who shared their knowledge, the families and friends who offered support, and the perseverance that sustained each student through challenges, late nights, and breakthroughs. As these graduates step forward into new roles, whether in the workforce, continued study, or service, we ask for your guidance. Grant them the courage to face the unknown, wisdom to use their skills with integrity, and compassion to make a difference in their communities. May this be not just an ending, but a beginning filled with purpose, possibility, and promise. Amen.
Heather for that wonderful invocation. You may now be seated. Can I just say what a beautiful sight it is to see all your beautiful faces from this point right here. It's so wonderful to see you all. On behalf of our board of directors, our founder, Teresa Knox, and the incredible faculty and staff of Community Care College, Clary Sage College, and Oklahoma Technical College, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to our 2025 graduation ceremony. Tonight is more than a celebration of academic achievement. It is a historic moment for our institution. This year marks the 30th anniversary of Community Care College, which first opened its doors in 1995. In honor of this milestone, all graduates and faculty are wearing a commemorative green cord. The color green symbolizes growth, renewal, and fresh beginnings, a perfect reflection of the bright futures ahead for each of our graduates. What better way to honor where we've been and where we are going? Tonight, we proudly celebrate the accomplishments of 336 graduates from Community Care College. There's more. 344 graduates from Clary Sage College. And there's more. 104 graduates from Oklahoma Technical College. That's a grand total of 784 graduates from across all of our campuses. Over the past 30 years, we have had the privilege of graduating 16,203 students across all institutions. That's 16,203 lives changed, careers launched, and futures built. And tonight, that legacy continues. Congratulations to the class of 2025. You are now part of something truly special. I would like to briefly mention a couple of housekeeping items. We hope you keep your cell phones out and ready so you can take lots of pictures of this momentous occasion. However, we do ask that you please place them in silent mode to prevent interruptions. Also, please use the hashtag #BrighterFutures on social media to share your photos with us. In respect of all graduates and their loved ones, we also ask that you please stay seated for the entire ceremony as we celebrate this special moment. There are so many people to thank for their hard work and effort in putting this graduation together. I wish to thank our campus director of Community Care College, Elizabeth Blake, our campus director of Oklahoma Technical College, Cecil Cummings. I'm not forgetting our Clary Sage campus director, which happens to be me at the moment. So. Our college registrar, Stephanie Rose. And my right hand, my executive assistant and graduating committee chair, Maggie Reeser. Along with our terrific graduation planning committee, who took care of all the details for tonight, Michelle Wamigo, Ann Spice Simon, Lucretia Jones, Jessica Hudson, Rodney Ward, Dr. Nancy Teagan, and Julie Benson. Our marketing team, David Celestri and Devin Daly. And I would like to thank our wonderful faculty and staff who worked tirelessly to make this evening a special event and help you get to this moment. We are ending this week of Teacher Appreciation Week with this fabulous graduation, and what a wonderful way for us to celebrate not only you, but our faculty and instructors. Lastly, I would also like to acknowledge our Board of Directors that are in the audience. Please wave or stand to be recognized. Our campus directors and department heads are seated on the stage to join me in celebrating tonight's graduates. I would like you all to please stand and be recognized. Come on! Get ready. At this time, I would like to invite any children of a graduate to stand and remain standing. I know I speak for every parent that's graduated. They do this for you. Please stay standing. I would ask spouses and significant others of a graduate to please stand. Please stand. This is your legacy. Any friends and supporters of a graduate, please stand. Business and industry management, bookkeeping, dental assistant, early childhood education, healthcare administration, medical assistant, medical billing and coding, paralegal studies, surgical technologist. This is a game we play at Honor Roll every month. They're always the best. Veterinary assistant. From Clary Sage College, barber, cosmetology, esthetician, fashion design, interior design, makeup artistry, massage therapy, master instructor, and nail technician. All right, and for Oklahoma Technical College, we've got automotive technology, diesel technology, electrical technology, HVAC and refrigeration, and our newest program, plumbing. And last but certainly not least, welding. Tonight we are here to recognize excellence and success, which are two components of our CARES culture. For those of you not already familiar, here at Community Higher Ed, CARES stands for courtesy, accountability, respect, excellence, and success. We believe that if you are courteous to those around you, accountable to yourself and others, respectful in everything you do, always strive for excellence, then undoubtedly you will be successful. At this time, we would like to take a moment to recognize and honor several exceptional groups within our graduating class. individuals who have achieved distinction through service, scholarship, academic excellence, and perseverance. First, if you are a United States military veteran or currently serving, we thank you for your service. Please stand and give a thank you. We are so proud of you and so thankful for all your service. Next, will all recipients of the Founders Merit Scholarship and the Brighter Future Scholarship please stand? We commend your commitment to excellence and the promise you represent. If you're graduating today with an associate degree, please rise. Your achievement represents dedication to your academic and professional journey. Congratulations. Now will all recipients of the Presidential Honor Medal please stand and be recognized for your outstanding academic. You all have been your interest in your program. Congratulations. And finally, if you are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand. We celebrate your courage. We celebrate you. We celebrate your courage, determination, and the path you are paving for future generations. We're so proud. Let's take a moment to applaud these remarkable individuals and the impact they will continue to make in our community and in their families. Graduates, as I often say, it is so humbling to stand before you every day, but especially today. You are an inspiration to me every day, and on this day of graduation, I am exceptionally proud to be a part of your community higher ed journey. It is now my honor to introduce a distinguished leader who has long served our community and continues to shape the future of our institution. Mr. Dewey F. Bartlett Jr. is well known to many as the former mayor of Tulsa, where he served 2 terms with dedication and a strong commitment to economic development, public service, and civic engagement. During that time, he was a champion for government reform. He supported citywide initiatives for education, as well as promoted small businesses through economic development throughout Tulsa. His leadership has extended well beyond City Hall and is rooted in lifelong dedication to the Tulsa region and its growth. Today, we are proud to call him our chairman of the board here at Community Higher Ed, where he continues to guide our mission with vision, integrity, and a deep belief in the transformative power of education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dewey Bartlett.
How's everybody doing? Me too. When I was asked to be, I tell you, before I start, I understand that there was a contest regarding cash, that there were 3 winners. Is that true? Are they here? Can you stand up and show us your stuff? Thank you. That's pretty good. When I was asked to be the speaker tonight, I wondered, what could I say that is inspirational, inspiring, something that becomes part of your life that really means something for the rest of your life. Well, I figured out that the only way I can do that is take the 45 minutes that I'm allowed. I can do 50. No? All right, how about 15? Better? All right, we'll stick with 15. Well, the good news of today is that you have just completed a commitment. A commitment that you made to yourself towards your education and your ultimate goal was to achieve that three-letter word, J-O-B, job. One of the most, if not the most important thing that you can attain in this life. Your commitment to the time that you had to leave, that the time you had to complete this job, the money that you and your family committed to this organization, the effort that you had to put out. But there's one group that you can't forget the commitment they made, and those are your teachers. Please give them a round of applause. Absolutely. Like so many people in this world, they don't have the commitment that you have exuded to make a commitment for the betterment of yourself. You have that capability. You know, I know you already heard a lot of people that you have to be polite. You have to give somebody a firm handshake when you meet them for the first time. Remember this dead fish stuff. You have to have a business card with your name, address, and contact information. In paper, hopefully it's in write-off. But the most important thing that I believe you can do is to believe in yourself. Believe in the commitment that you made really meant something. And the opportunity that is giving you now to define your life, to define the circumstances that you agree upon that will be definitive what you are about. You have that capability. I'm going to give you some examples, some real life examples of people that have done that. Remember Leon Russell, musician? He started off in life, he graduated from Will Rogers High School here in Tulsa. Will Rogers High School, along with several other good people. But he recognized that he had a real talent, that he liked music. He was a good musician. He was a good piano player. But then he evolved that into something that was incredible. He was able to monetize that by creating music, by getting help from people that liked his music and liked his brand of lyrics. He was able to bring that all together. And he was a graduate of Will Rogers High School. That was his total education. But he had that commitment, and he understood the power that he had in himself to become one heck of a good musician, and became worldwide famous for what he accomplished. He surrounded himself with people like Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Elton John, George Harrison, the Beatles. But above all, he used musicians that were from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Throughout his career, he loved this city, he loved this state, and he loved the music that the city of Tulsa provided. I'm going to get back to Leon in a minute because he has something that intersects with the next person I'm going to talk about, and that's Teresa Knox. You know who Teresa Knox is? She's the founder of this institution. She came out of a family, very tough situation. Abusive family life, narcotics, alcohol was part of the routine. It was hard. Hard that many of us unfortunately have experienced. But she had the knowledge and the desire that she wanted to break out of that cycle. She wanted to do it on her own. She became the first and only high school graduate of her family. She then decided, made the best decision she said that she ever made. That was to get some training at a Hotech school, where she learned how to be a dental assistant. And she took to it with vigor because she really enjoyed meeting the people that were her patients. She enjoyed what she was doing. She had a great job with the dentist in Tulsa, and he supported her. But what she really figured out was that there were a lot of people that liked what she was doing, being a dental assistant. And she started teaching them, having her own training class at her apartment every Saturday. And she started it by putting a simple ad in the Tulsa newspaper, and it said, if you want a new career to enjoy, call Teresa. Gave her phone number. And that was it. And she got some phone calls. So she started teaching people how to be a dental assistant. Unfortunately, she got a call not too long after that from the Attorney General's office that said, you cannot be a teacher of an unlicensed training academy. So she went to her boss, her dentist. He helped her out. And so they then started classes at night at the dental assistant's office. And so it started. And 30 years ago now, here we are. Well, one thing that she did do, she had a real interest in music. She admits she was a groupie. She loved Leon Russell. She loved his music. She collected as much of his stuff as she could and kept it in her bedroom, kept it at her home. And so now look what she's done. She started and bought the church recording studio, something that has become world renowned in itself. And she's bringing people in from all over the world today, people that come to Tulsa. She's so proud of that she's accomplished all that sort of thing. But what she really saw, I believe, is the opportunity that each and every one of us have when we're born. We have an innate sense of hope for the future, that whatever we do is going to work out. We're going to have the patience to accomplish whatever we want to do, but we will be successful, not only for ourselves, but for our families, then we'll grow and then we'll prosper. One final thing I'd like to mention. I think that it's always good for everybody to have a hobby, to have something that you do differently than whatever your profession might be. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. In my case, I've got 3. One is photography. I love photography, black and white photography. I'm still an old school, I use film. I've got black and white photographs plastered all over all the walls in my office. Second thing I really enjoy is trees. My brother and I ran a cattle ranch up in Delaware County for several years. I learned how to bale hay and build fence, learned how to inseminate cows. I won't get into that part of my life, but I can assure you that it's interesting. But I also like music as well. I play the harmonica. And I've had the outstanding good luck to play at King's Ballroom a few times. And I think it would be a good idea, if you think that I'm okay, let Teresa know so she might pound me. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bartlett, we're so proud to and honored to work with you. Our department heads and instructors have the difficult task of choosing just one student to represent their program as an outstanding student. To be considered for this award, a student must maintain a minimum GPA and attendance of 90% or higher, exemplify the CARES culture, demonstrate personal, character, and civic awareness that represents the college and its mission. Prove dedication to self-improvement that is conducive to cultivating leadership and professionalism. I have the great honor to announce who our outstanding students are. And Mr. Bartlett, I'm going to tell you, my hobby right now is learning how to say everybody's names accurately. I've been practicing. Please hold your applause until all of our outstanding students have been announced. As I call your name, please stand. From Community Care College, Shannon Broadnax, AOS Business and Industry Management. Stacy Delati, Dental Assistant. Keshana Williams, Early Childhood Education. Adriana Collins, Healthcare Administration. Cinnamon Hughes, Medical Billing and Coding. Erica Thurman, Medical Assistant. Alana Seifel, Paralegal Studies. Please remain standing. Shelby Sonora, Surgical Technology. Casey Ellis, Veterinary Assistant. From Clary Sage College, Kendara Jasper, Barber. Cheyenne Williams, Hospitality. Vanessa Luongo, Esthetician. Lily York, Fashion Design. Uchechi Danielle Ololo. Madison Krause, Makeup Artistry and Facialist. Kristen Lovins, Massage Therapy. Tasha Adams, Nail Technology. And from Oklahoma Technical College, Kelsey Bailey, Diesel. Ryan Farr, Automotive Technology. Brody Rogers, HVAC, Refrigeration. Maynard Morrell, Electrical Technology. Brian Newman, Jr., Plumbing. And Isaiah Nichols, Welding. Let's give them all a warm round. We are incredibly proud of each of you for the hard work, commitment, and excellence that have earned you this prestigious honor. In just a few moments, as you lead your programs across the stage, you will be formally presented with your Outstanding Student Award, a well-deserved recognition of your achievement and leadership. Please be seated. This evening, we have invited 3 of our outstanding students to share a special message with you. Please turn your attention to the screen for their reflections and words of inspiration from Cinnamon Hughes, Medical Billing and Coding, Kendara Jasper, Barber, and Ryan Farr, Automotive Technology.
Hello and welcome. My name is Ryan Farr and I'm from Oklahoma Technical College, and I just want to congratulate everyone on making it here to the end. I chose the automotive program because I wanted to follow my dreams and hopes on becoming an automotive technician and furthering my career and providing for my family. And speaking of my family, I want to thank my wife and that she did so much to help me get here, that she took on the role of paying the bills and providing for the family while I was here in school. I know that a lot of you can relate to different things like that, and that you all had hardships getting through there with families and jobs and other things like that. And I just want to congratulate all of you that you've made it here to the end. And I can't believe that we've made it, and I can't wait to see what our futures hold. And to the class of 2025, congratulations, we've made it.
Hello, fellow students, staff, faculty, family, and friends. We did it, y'all. We made it. For some of us, it's just the beginning, and for others of us, it's the second half. My sister went here in 2020, and she's been inspirational to me. She's made a better life for her family. I was out for carpal tunnel surgery last year after 28 years of doing hair, and I saw one of her checks, and I knew I needed to get back in school. She had suggested to me Community Care College because she had such a great experience, and so I made the call. From then until now, everybody has been so supportive. Now, I'm old school. and I was used to a brick and mortar building, so I knew it would be different. My levels of perseverance and dedication and concentration really surprised me. I learned time management, and those are things that I learned through dealing with these courses that were all online. And I'm old school, I'm used to going to a brick and mortar building, but I had to figure it out, and I did. And here we are, the rest of you, here we are. Now, for our friends and family and those that supported us through this journey, it wasn't always easy, but we thank you. We weren't always available, and for that, we apologize, but we knew you would understand. So, y'all, we did it. Once again, let's take these certifications and make them go make some money for us.
Hello. Today is a day we celebrate us entering into a new season of our lives. We have all made sacrifices and overcome challenges to make this day a reality. Here's a quote from one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Swami Vivekananda. "The greatest sin is to think that you are weak." The times on this journey when I thought I was weak, I was reminded by staff, instructors, and fellow students of my strength. When I wanted to give up, Ms. Jolie, Ms. Paula, and Ms. Lou came to my aid. Times when I didn't think I had it, Fred, Ace, and Carla inspired me to keep going. I am not standing here today to be exalted above my peers, but I am standing here today as a representative of the unity, sacrifice, and camaraderie it took to get to this point. Let us enter into our new season with joy. Let us enter into this season with excitement, enthusiasm. When we enter in, we will enter in with this mindset. I am blessed going in, and I am blessed coming out. I am the head and not the tail, and that's without a doubt. I can see the promised land is full of milk and honey. I don't know what you're gonna do, but I have to get that money. We will reap financial security, but with that, we'll not forget that we have an obligation and responsibility to serve our communities. In the barber program, we did that. We cut hair in homeless shelters, rehabs, low-income housing, and some of us had the opportunity to touch the lives of the elderly in nursing homes. These things we must continue. I would like to thank everyone who helped me make this day possible. I'd like to thank everyone who showed me love. Somebody like me who overcame drug addiction and homelessness to get to this point. Clary Sage has been a tool God has used to help me break this cycle. May the peace of God be with you all. Have a blessed and prosperous life. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you so much, Senator Kandera and Ryan. What great messages that you shared with your peers and colleagues. Okay, so now for why we all are here tonight, to watch these graduates walk the stage and get their diplomas. As we do the presentation of our great graduates, just a reminder to please stay seated as we go through all of the graduates. I would like to invite Stephanie Rose, Yoli Torres Riviera to present the names of our graduates. I would like to invite each program faculty member to lead our graduates to the stage by program, one at a time, as directed. Are you ready?
From everyone at OTC,
Congratulations!
Outstanding student Ryan Farr. David Hereford. Russo.
Look, see? The nigga's done.
Olivia Ingram. Musa Mwenda. Paul Douglas Rowe. Trenton Smith. Stephen Meeks. Javon Davis. Tiffany Maxwell. Diesel Technology. Outstanding student, Kelsey Bailey. Patrick Pendergast. Artist Tucker III. Jericho Alvarado. Donald Scott. Electrical Technology. Outstanding student, Maynard Burrell.
You guys can well, right here. Sorry, right here.
James Austin.
Yep, you too. Yep.
Levi Cole. Chad Goff. Tyler Kennedy. Noah Clark. Evan Murphy.
Community Care College.
From everyone at CCC.
Rebecca Sanders. Bookkeeping, Shauna Huff. Accounting, Manisha McBride. Candy Carlisle, bookkeeping. Cindy Avalar, bookkeeping. Shannon Broadnax, business. Outstanding student. Tamara Blood, business. Dylan Davis, business. Jimmy Hawthorne. Samantha Ledesma. Shantae Lowe. Ashley McColvin. Alejandra Gallegos. Ashley Smith. Princess Jones. Shamakia Mitchell. Lily Grisham. Erica Gray. Kimberly Stevens. Jessica Nayeli Garcia. Justice Spicer. Jamari Harms. Harris. Dallin Raquel Lane. Alera Gray. Ashley Francisco. Tasha Southern. Cristal Sanchez Domínguez. Faith Lee White Buffalo. Dominique Sigalai. Amari Barnett. Anna
Gracie Marcy. Emily Cunningham. Christina Palafox. Early childhood education. Hannah Forneray. Ashley Hardrow. Angela Lane Meyer. Kaylin Mackey. Sarah May. Robin McVeigh. Alina James. Healthcare Administration. Adriana Collins, outstanding student. Isabella Bowman. Michaela Morgan. Melinda Lewis. Lori West. Angela Bradley. Medical assistant. Eric Thurman, outstanding student. Angela Williams. Jahaira Soto Diaz. Catherine Gomez Peña. Jamacia Hill. Ragnibet Taylor Rodriguez. Ashlyn Kaminsky. Jeanette Fernandez. Medical Billing and Coding. Cinnamon Hughes. Outstanding student. Jennifer Angel. Keith Watt. Crystal Poe. Rebecca Allen. Lloyd Warren Jr. Ali Kabini. Ashley Tyler. Candace Tyler. Rose Hernandez. Tina Young. Stephanie Davis. Danielle Ortega. Tracy Tolson. Janessa Kelly. Ari Snellman. Caitlin Bruner. Joanna Rowan. Taylor Williams. Kelly Pfister. Cassandra Farmer. Skylar Inkala. Abby Greer. Dusty Duncan. Anna Kelly. Desiree Carrier. Taylor Bowen. Savannah Bennett. Lily Gambler. Selena Seifel, outstanding student. Samantha Macaruso. Caitlin Greenway. Trinessa James. Brandy Jones. Brianna Thorne. Christine Hill. Angelina Rodriguez. Surgical technology, Shelby Sonora. Kristen Underwood. Crystal Watts. Haley Shire. Lauren McGuire. Shannon McCreary. Aaliyah McDowell. Oscar Aguilar. Cassandra Osbrook. Jessica Rutherford. Laura Arsley Bain. Keyshawn Williams. Miracle Phillips. Cassandra de Casas Hernandez. Hayden Gosh. Clary Sage College.
From all of us at Clary,
Okay.
Barber Program. Kindera Jasper. Outstanding student.
Carl Morrison. Patricia Hurley. Juan Alvarez. Denise Serta. Jeremy McKellar. Jamel Bruner. Damian Anderson. Daniel DePaul Jr. Frederick Ross. Alexander Carroll. Anani Martinez. Ty Walker. Donovan Ramsey. Julian Leos Gutierrez. Martin Falcon. Dominic Bates. Talia Harley. Janelle Keel. Levi Rose. Cosmetology. Outstanding student Cheyenne Williams. Lucia Majona. Gia Martinez. Lauren Manning. Lauren Melton. Rayleigh Brookshire. Grady Bruce. Emma Bolin. Gabrielle Victoria. Veronica Overton. Kalani Lewis. Marion Jones. Kylie Craig. Gracie Lane. Melissa Gomez. Hope Dio. Sierra Calais. Tiffany Patrick. Amber Lewis. Kamari Sloan. Curtissa Rickman. Denise Hardiman. Taylor Green. Jenna Nelson. Cheyenne Gardner. Tiaja Urban. Gao Tao. Alayla Atkins. Esthetician Program. Jelaine Rivera Santiago. Elisa Fisher. Alexis Herrera. Denise Meadows. Shane Bartley. Angela Thornberry. Kayla Hoffman. Liana Pollard. Bridget Brogan. Sawyer Henrich. Rebecca Vidal. Brittany Bales. Sway McConkey. Angel Rankins. Rachel Harley. Jessica De La Rosa. Madison Lovers. Ohio Wilson. Kaylee Treat. Ivana Jr. Tyler Teal. Casey Alondra Sinich. John Lyles. Massage therapy outstanding student Kristen Lovins. Andrew Brewster. Amelia Brooks. Saray Jenkins. Marianne These next two graduates didn't just complete their Master Instructor program at Pastor State Boards. They took it a step further. Today, we do not just celebrate their graduation, we welcome them as colleagues. As they walk across the stage, you'll see them receive a green stroke, symbolizing that they are now officially part of our team. Twyla Johnson, Master Instructor Barbara.
Let's give them all one more round of applause. Now, as we stand on the threshold of a new chapter, ready to embark on the journey ahead, let us remember one simple yet profound notion. Every day is an opportunity to build a brighter future. Graduation marks not just the end of an academic era, but the beginning of a lifetime filled with endless possibilities. For those of you considering furthering your education, please come see us on our website. We've got the greatest admissions team here, and explore the opportunities that await with us. Now, in closing, graduates, now is your time. As we bring this unforgettable evening to a close, we do so with full hearts and renewed hope. To our graduates, today marks the end of one chapter and the exciting beginning of the next. You have persevered through these challenges, embraced growth, and earned the right to walk boldly into your future. You are prepared, you are capable, and you are needed. Wherever life takes you from here, into careers, continued education, or new adventures, carry with you the knowledge, values, and resilience that brought you to this moment. To the families, faculty, and friends who supported these graduates every step of the way, thank you. This celebration belongs to you too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to present to you the 2025 graduating class. Graduates, please stand. Now, by the power vested in me as president through accreditation and by the state of Oklahoma, representing the board, the faculty, and staff, I confer upon each of you graduates all the rights and privileges associated with being a graduate and convey our best wishes to each of you. Students, please move your tassel from the left to the right side of your ready to serve, and ready to build brighter futures. Congratulations.